I do think that baseball probably has to, because again, the backlash has been so nuts with the Pete Rose comparisons and all that bullshit that they will have to levy some type of punishment. But I don't think it's going to be a hammer. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Like I could see them being like, you're going to sit out 2 weeks or some shit like that.
Well done on the transition, because Pete Rose was asked about.
I teed that up for you. It's like I've done this before.
Pete was asked about it. I don't even know who put this camera in his face in Las Vegas watching March Madness.
Dude, this is his ass on True Social right here. Like, this is him on his own stupid ass account. That's the only reason why no one's seen it. Like, Pete don't know how to social media, right?
Yeah, so this is somebody had posted this video of Pete Rose, and this is what Pete had to say about the Shohei situation.
This fucking idiot.
Well, back in the 70s and 80s, I wish I'd have had an interpreter. I'd be scot-free.
Like, this is that uncle in the family where it's like, can we just get him to stay off social media? Just like take him off Facebook, because it's not doing anyone any good. Like, just limit the damage. Like, come on, man.
I just love that. Like, okay, Pete, you've denied it for all these years, and then you drop this video where you're like, I wish I had an interpreter. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. I could have kept on cashing checks and doing dirty stuff with 13-year-olds. Life would have been great.
So Shohei's going with the Shaggy defense, and Pete Rose is going with the Mr. Barnes who owns the museum defense, and these meddling kids would have gotten out of my way. I would have gotten away with it. So,
which is always a great look, people.
It's such a false equivalency to just be sitting there like, well, now Shohei's done it. Like, I'm surprised he didn't drop some type of like racial component in there, because it's fucking Pete and he's a dirtbag.
Oh, you were waiting for it too, right? Like,
oh yeah, like I mean,
like right around the corner, and then the video ended. I was like, damn, he got out without making it
right. Like, I'm looking at this. I was like, how much did he get paid? Is this like a cameo? Like, this looks like a fucking Pete Rose cameo.
It does look like a cameo.
It could be that, Scott. I would not be shocked.
This is, and you mentioned something about the uncle thing, and I made him into just like, the uncle who gets busted for diddling, and it's just like, well, there was a time when it was okay in America to just marry somebody who was, only 13, but they wouldn't change the laws, and I guess it's not okay. I guess we don't live in America anymore. Like, get the fuck out of here, Pete. Come on, man.
Right.
Just stay quiet for once in your life. Like, you're just like, you know what? I don't have anything to say about it. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with me. It's not the same thing. I just want to live my life. But no, Pete has to. This is me. I've had an interpreter. Get the fuck out of here.
I hate to give him credit for it, but Tyson finally got one to stick. Pete, baseball is so woke now. And Scott correctly pointing out, why is Pete Rose still a thing? Exactly right. Like, fuck that guy. He's never getting in the Hall of Fame. End of discussion.
That's my favorite thing about this whole situation is this has given people new life to bring back the, okay, well, now that the greatest player to ever do it has bet on baseball, we got to let Pete in the Hall of Fame now. Like,
oh, God. All the bleeding hearts. All of them coming out of the woodwork with that shit. It's like, shut your ass up. Like, who in the year 2024 of our Lord is still stumping for Pete Rose when we know what a piece of shit human being is? It's not just the gambling, Pete. It's that you're a fucking horrible human being. That's why you're not in the Hall of Fame. It's a combination of things. It's the amount of times they gave you to just fess up and went to you and said, yo, just admit you did it. Apologize. We'll let you in. And he defiantly is like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to write a book and still deny it. And here I'm going to make excuses for it. Like, he just can't get out of his own way.
And then there was the whole 16-year-old girl thing too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and banging underage kids.
You don't want to leave that on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, of course not.
I'm trying to come up with a third for a Sip Chug Drainpour, because I've got Pete Rose. I've got Hello Twitter World with OJ, and I'm trying to come up with a third throw into that as worst, like, all-time greats that turned into massive pieces of shit.
John Rocker.
No. First of all, The man said all-time greats, and as much as I enjoyed John Rocker's career in Atlanta, nobody would classify him as an all-time great. Okay,
I was already thinking Rocker before he said all-time great. I was just
fall
waiting
from
on
grace
the
to something. It's got to be somebody else. Like and let's workshop this because Pete, OJ, and like let's find a basketball or hockey league.
Kobe.
Patrick
Oh,
Ross
there we
is
go.
there, and I
There we go.
agree.
Someone
That
dropped
piece of
Kobe
shit.
in there.
Scott,
Kobe.
Kobe.
Ooh.
Gabe said P. Diddy. Timely topic.
Well,
That one
yeah.
there. That's Robert saying Vince McMahon. Scott also
Ooh.
dropped
That
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
a
There
good one.
you go.
There we
There it
go.
is.
There it
There
is.
it is. Yes.
All right,
We're getting
So
hyped
let's
about
be
our own
set
demise
here.
on this
So our
one.
Sip Chug Drainpour is OJ, Pete Rose,
Oh my
Vince
god.
McMahon. Good lord, is this worse? That
Oh.
far, you're an asshole for this one.
You
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna be honest.
crucified no matter who you choose.
This
to
feels
sip.
like a pass because
There's no winning. There's no
They're-
winning this one.
they're all sexual predators, right? So there is no way out of this. This is the Kobe.
OJ wasn't a sexual predator. He's
Are you
just
sure?
a murderer. I don't think he.
Okay, I mean
Have there
that's
been
okay. If you
allegations against OJ?
just killing people's different. Like we look at that differently here in America. It's when you start touching people that's when we have a problem. Like
He just
So I
really
guess-
enjoyed being on the slopes.
I was gonna say, I guess I'll step into that one, and I guess I have to sip OJ because he's the only one that didn't commit a sexual felony.
God, Gabe threw out Karl Malone too.
Cold.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there it is.
Oh no!
Remember last week we were having fun talking about platypuses? Can we go back to that? Like,
We could have
this is not fun.
multiple Sip Chug Drain Pours on this one now.
Oh
with,
my god!
Lord.
All right, hold on, Mookie, go back to Mookie because he started. Respect the game. Finish it. So you're sipping
Sipping
OJ.
OJ.
You prefer murderous bastards. Go ahead.
Murderous bastards over sexual predators, and then I'm gonna just pour drain the other two.
Ranking.
Like,
You can't pour drain both. You have to chug somebody.
fine. Then I'll chug Vince because
There's no right answer.
I mean, I'm like trying to think of a reason why. I'm like, I guess let me just be completely honest. I'm gonna chug Vince because I'm not as aware of his sexual crimes as I am with Pete Rose.
Oh, they're
both
pretty
dirtbags,
they're
but-
pretty fucking bad, dude.
right. So then what is there to split them? You just gotta pick one and say, oh, I'm gonna just focus on sipping OJ. Like, boy, who would have thought that would have been something to look forward to?
Bar, who you got? OJ, Pete Rose, and Vince McMahon.
Other than bad
I'm
ideas,
gonna
Matt, what do you
sip
got?
OJ because
Callously murdering two people is okay compared to.
because Hello Twitter World is fucking hilarious, and for him to write a book that if I did it, telling him exactly how he did it, it's absurd. I'm
Scat.
going to
No.
chug Pete Rose. And it's god damn it! I don't even. I'm chugging Pete Rose. And I'm drain pouring Vince McMahon because fuck that guy. And
Trust me,
everything
that doesn't
Oof.
feel any better if you reverse him, Matt. Like you're fucked
Yeah.
either way. So just
both.
Push right on through.
Scott.
It is so wild to like universally be sipping a double homicide.
Easy take is hey, I'll take the guy who killed two people. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that one.
And it's like not only that, like so I'm sipping OJ. I'm pour draining Pete Rose, and I'm chugging Vince. Like Vince comes off as just little dick energy that just carried him through that whole thing, and then. I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to try to break it down. There's my answer. Fuck it. Sipping OJ.
As soon as you start to try and justify it,
Yeah, I was just gonna say once you start talking it through, it's like, hold on, where are your morals? No, I'm not gonna break it down.
they're
all
gone.
even
There is no
fixed.
good.
I respect the game. Sipping OJ, pour draining Pete, and chugging Vince. That's it. That's my final answer.
All right, I'm going to sip OJ, obviously. And then I'm going to chug.
Went through a
That's what
tunnel.
I say. That's what I'm going with. Okay, that's my choice.
Respect the game, Mike. Respect the game.
A hook like this? No, fuck you.
As long as Lou Holtz tells us what he's doing.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, what does Lou Holtz think about
What's
this?
Lou Holtz have to say about this?
Lou's gonna go ahead and sip on OJ Simpson. Listen, on the field, he was one of the best, and just there was a lot of problems off the field. But OJ on the field, I try to separate the man and the player. Okay, so I'm gonna sip on OJ.
Lou would totally do that.
Then I'm.
He really would.
Would. Then old Lou's can go ahead and Jesus Christ.
Man, that's bad. Lou Holtz just swore. That's
I know Lou Holtz
Lou
losing his
would say.
religion.
Lou's
Yeah.
gonna go. Lou's gonna go ahead. I didn't say that in vain. I was praying. I was trying to get because it's a tough question for old Lou. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chug Vince McMahon and I'm gonna drain poor Pete Rose. Okay, that's a final answer for me.
Oh my God.
Rex saying Mike acting like a kid losing online and faking bad internet before disconnecting. I thought that was the only play. I thought that was the best play to go.
Oh
with. What
man.
a terrible sip chug drain pour that was.
Seriously.
Yeah, thank you for that, Matt Barr. Thank you for your service. And
God.
And
I mean, do we want to throw Diddy in there as a bonus? Fuck.
there were so many. That's the worst part. Like the comments kept coming with just people that I'm like, doesn't make it better if that name's in there.
Right,
Howard
for
doesn't
real.
make it- Karl Malone doesn't make it easier.
No
Dizzy
easy outs in
doesn't
that
make it easier.
lineup.
Like none of we are surrounded by just awful people in the celebrity
Oh,
world,
yeah.
man. The worst.